It was a moving occasion at Faneuil Hall in Boston Sunday as Senator John Kerry thanked returning National Guardsmen and women and their families for their service in Iraq. The Massachusetts National Guard held the official welcome home ceremony for 180 soldiers from the 972nd Military Police Company. The soldiers come from 90 cities and towns in the state, including Quincy, Randolph, Abington, Brockton, Carver, and West Bridgewater. The soldiers, who returned home in July, were in Iraq for a year and provided personal security operations for dignitaries, including Vice President Richard Cheney.
The camaraderie, the bond, the love, the friendship, the band of brothers and sisters exceeds anything that I've ever seen. And I think I know you are proud of the quality of that service. There's been a raging debate in America, as there usually is, about war. That's why it's special we're gathered here today in Faneuil Hall. I mean, right here, where you're sitting and I'm standing, in this remarkable chamber, some of the greatest issues of our time have been argued. People stood here and questioned whether they ought to stand up against the British or not, how we would do it. And citizen soldiers, just like you, came out of those debates to help define this country. We are, as every single one of you knows, a stunningly young country when we measure ourselves against the histories, the culture of the deserts that you just came out of. We're about 230 years old as a nation, and an experiment, the boldest, the greatest, and most extraordinary experiment on the face of the planet, but still being defined. History is still being written. It's being written by people like you. When I flew in to Baghdad in the C-130, I went up onto the flight deck, and the captain who was flying the plane turned to me and he said, "Senator, I want you to promise me something." And I said, "What?" He said, "I want you to promise me that 20 years from now, when this is all over and we're back, that this was worthwhile, that you guys made this worth it for us." And I will tell you, folks, no matter what your feelings about the politics, policies, one of the greatest lessons we learned in the war in which I fought when we came back to a country that was completely divided, never knew how to say thank you, and even abandoned its veterans, one of the great lessons we learned is never, ever confuse the war with the warriors. I think that lesson has been applied all across this country in remarkable ways now, with the greeters in Maine who shake every hand of every soldier coming back, the Vietnam veterans that some of you were greeted by, who thanked you on your return, the people who say thank you all across the nation. There are no politics with respect to equality and gratitude for your service, and I hope you understand that. This nation is so proud, so grateful for what you have done for us and for the Iraqis and for the rest of the world by example. I lived through 30 years of the aftermath of what happens when you don't make it worthwhile in policy. And so whatever we do, I promise you, we have to do it in a way that keeps faith in the sacrifice you made away from your families, the risks that you took, what you undertook in your service over there in Iraq. And I thank you personally.
This is Sue Scheibel, staff reporter for the Patriot Ledger and Gatehouse Media in New England. For more coverage, see today's edition of the Patriot Ledger or go to patriotledger.com.